So in a previous video, we had a look at how posts, pages, and templates somehow cooperate in WordPress, and it can be a little confusing because of what we showed over here, that edit site being actually the edit template thing. Remember, the edit page referring you to the page editor, which does not show all elements of your page, and you would need to go to show the template and so on. Be aware that these are things that you need to get used to before you actually can go edit content, because you need to know exactly where and how and why to edit the content. Good. One other element that is related to all that is that when you would need to go edit your site-wide configuration, your site-wide styling configuration, that is, you would need to go to edit site instead of edit page. The edit site over here brings you to the template, as I told you before. So the template that is available through this way. However, now we have one additional icon here at the top right, allowing us to go edit the site style. And there's a lot to be said about that, because there's a lot of styling options you have. You can go browse the styles, and by default you have a couple. You can go change the actual look and feel of your web page, which is what I'm doing right now. These are 9 presets that come with the 2025 theme, and you can then combine them also with various color palettes if you like. So what is happening here is that actually both the typography and the colors are somehow being randomized, allowing you to get a very quick result by just clicking around. If you would need, however, to go edit the typography, you can again go click one of these presets, or if you really want a very specific font, you can also go upload a font or install a font. Install fonts, that is to say Google Fonts, and one of the more readable fonts is the Atkinson Hyperlegible, for instance. You then get a lot of options, or at least a lot of versions, and there I usually take the normal ones, the 400 normal ones, and install these. You will notice that after having installed the Google font, it's now active, or at least it is available from that menu as well here to go select the text, for instance over here, the text font, which is what you need to do, because if you don't, by default all texts will still inherit one of these others. So you would need to explicitly go select that Atkinson Hyperlegible at this point. The other way, or the other thing you may want to do over here, is to get rid of these two fonts by simply unselecting them over here. So just click them, and if you then update, you're actually keeping only one font, but still you would need to go select that one font, because by default it's going to show you Times New Roman, and if there's one font that you really don't want to use, it's Times New Roman. You would typically go use your own typography, your own font. That's it for the typography. You can play around with that. Colors, a bit the same story. You can go select one of these predefined color palettes, or you can go set your own or add custom colors to an existing one, because that's another option. Be aware though that reselecting these fixed color palettes erase your custom colors. This is a very annoying issue, I think, but it is what it is. So you would need to go select the colors of your choice. So that is something you would typically do at the beginning of a project, at the very start. You can go select the background, so don't do that, it's not useful. Shadows, they are okay, I wouldn't touch that either. And then you have some layout options that I wouldn't touch either because they are fine. They basically define your content width, your white width, you know, when selecting widths for groups or paragraphs. This is where these values come from. But again, you don't really want to change those. It's okay as they are. When you go save these settings, I don't even know that I updated my colors, obviously. Okay. So summarizing, that edit side allows you to go modify a lot of styling options regarding or that relate to your website. The color presets, the type of typography, and so on. One last thing, perhaps, when it comes to that style, is that when you browse back to the actual appearance here at this point, is that you can also go edit your navigation. Your navigation as well is somehow isolated in this area, and here you could go either edit the navigation through this visual format. You can easily go edit the page list, add some pages. However, if you do so, you will get a warning because by default new pages will be added automatically. If you start adding things over here manually, so by yourself, it will stop doing so. So you have to be careful. In most cases, if you create a new page, you may well want to add it to your menu. However, if you have a lot of pages, if you have more than 5 or so, you would typically need to go rearrange them and add some more levels perhaps in the menu for you to, or for your visitors to find their way in your sitemap. So the navigation is that one other thing that is being isolated under appearance today in the 2025 theme. So and that concludes this little video about styling options, navigations. Be aware that, again, these things are typically things that you need to do at the very start of your project, or you do only once, and keep it just try to keep it consistent so that you do not face an issue over there.